Before the video starts, I would like to first address that this is a satire. I actually enjoy The Stolen Hope. It's one of my favorite series in the community, and I highly recommend it. Lem's also one of my friends, so I would definitely not upload this if, I knew this would offend her. That being said, I'm about to blow your mind. Let's begin. This is The Stolen Hope, a fable about the DEA and drug cartel. The first chapter in this endeavor gives us 5-minute monologue to explain the world's history, which is obviously the most laziest possible way to... Oh. Moving on. The basic backstory here is there are two countries of majestically colored cats fighting over boundaries and family feuds. The lights are basically angels sent from heaven who accept everyone to act peaceful and conform to their will. The darks are the rejects and rebellious hormonal objections to this regime, and their eyes are red, which everyone knows that means they're all high on opium. There's also this gray kingdom no one ever talks about. I guess they're off-grid or something. The Dark King Romulus wants to kill these two kids because guess what? With kids around, the parents will try to be more responsible, won't want to buy his drugs anymore. But then he realizes he can sell the drugs to the kids instead, so that plan is thrown out the window. However, one child refused to consume such toxins. She forms anti-drug campaigns in the DEA, which in turn take Romulus down, and her druggy brother as king of the cartel. While all this is happening, one of the DEA's top agents tries to raise a new family, but unfortunately the mafia kidnapped their kids and wants to add them to their children's front lines for padding. We then jump cut to a family that's enrolling their two children to the police academy. The family consists of clearly guilty of something mom Iris, Mike Joseph, and their two children, Bobo the Clown and an emo Bella Swan. They send them on their way with Bella's fashion-forward friend Vesta, and the episode ends. Episode 2, we meet the main baddies. Eris, a southern gent that talks in a menacing voice but extremely slow because he's smoking weed, and Vixie, his off-and-on love interest. Apparently, the kid kidnapping had been a fail, and they need to find the children before they become grade-A cop detectives. Meanwhile, Vesta and Bella arrive at the academy while meeting their teachers who really don't do much at all except scare the pee out of everyone for one scene. They also realize Vesta doesn't know who Bobo the Clown is, implying she has short-term memory loss, so for now we'll call her Dory. The wife of the Border Patrol deputy spots Bella, not even noticing Bobo, and runs away bleeding out from her claws. Yeah. Bella goes off to find her fairy godmother, Caroline, as she believes she will have the answers. Next episode is basically just meeting the other characters. We meet Bella's obvious love interest, and he doesn't even have a cool Greek name, so we'll call him Chad. We meet Chad's sister, Sassy, whose only purpose is to tick the viewers off. Sassy is also a druggie and is initiated into Eris's gang. Episode 4, we learn about Chad's tragic past, and we watch catfights. Yay! Episode 5. Bobo and Bella are called over to the Border Patrol office to find out they were the stolen children of overdramatic Queen and King Trump. Bella is triggered and runs across the border where she meets druggie Vixie. She wants her to join the gang, and the two will meet her in 2 days for initiation. Before leaving, Bella smokes some weed. With eyes red and mind eroded, she goes to her guilty adopted mom and yells at her with slurs for a few moments. Then she runs off again to make vent art with the blood of Iris. Then suddenly, gasp! Eris kills off Mike Joseph. All the animators cry over their lost voice actor. Episode 6, we learn about Eris' tragic backstory, and he's the son and leader of the Mafia, and we also meet the greatest character of them all, Gertrude. Gertrude is a female that breaks gender roles with her masculine voice. Her blue eyes reveal she's pretending to take the drugs, but is actually a spy for the DEA. She wants Eris' sister to have a chance and escape, but her boss took her words of letting her go as killing her. Feeling guilty, Gertrude reflects on her life, goes out to the bar, gets existential, and eventually leaves to the Grey Kingdom to be off-grid. Oh yeah, and Eris gets sad and drowns his feelings in drugs. Episode 7. A redneck Eris kills his father because he didn't pay the money he owed Eris for his drugs. He also murders the angel, Rose, and walks back home to meet Vixie. They beat up a few innocent dogs and try to steal their prey. Eris realizes he needs this deranged woman on his side. He gives her the scar of initiation, and the present day they bury Mike Joseph and hold a funeral for him. Episode 8. Bella is still being emo, but Caroline somehow discovers some exposition she needs to tell her. So Iris and Eris had a thing, and Eris got jealous of Mike Joseph, and he killed him off so he wouldn't be stuck in a love triangle. Chad goes out to look for Bella, and because no one listens to King Trump, he crosses the border no problem. Dun dun dun! He meets Eris, and it's pretty obvious Chad happens to be Eris' son, even though they look nothing alike. which totally isn't something I do as a writer. Chad leaves and escapes the border to find Lunas. They go dancing in the rain. Episode 9, we realize Trump and Queenie hate their son. They probably would prefer him to stay kidnapped. They get him away from them while claiming they want him to be a bodyguard for Bella because she can't protect herself at all. A year later, Eris wants to battle the DEA, but Chad doesn't feel like that. His family gets mad and gives him heroin. With red eyes, he wanders off to Bella, where they start fighting for no reason except to break up and plot stuff. Suddenly, a full moon comes out and BOOM! Bella realizes Chad is a werewolf, and not just any werewolf. Jacob. And that's the end of season 1. Don't do drugs, kids.